Please remain standing for the Pledge of Allegiance and remain standing for the invocation and Star Spangled Banner if you are able. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Let us pray. Dear God, today we joined you in heaven as we celebrate and give thanks for every student here. Thank you for forming and making one unique and brimming with potential. Thank you for leading us students in our learning, for keeping us safe, and for watching over us at all times. I pray today that every student will advance and further in this journey called life in your will and will glorify your name because of it. Thank you once again for allowing us to graduate from Whitmire Community School, and may God bless the class of 2018. Amen.
Well, guys, we made it. I want to start off by addressing the senior class. Seniors, during these last couple of months, we were all trying to find a date for Senior Skip Day. Well, I hereby declare a Senior Skip Day for the rest of our lives from the high school. You're all welcome. When I started writing this speech, I wanted it to be perfect, because admit it, we are the best class to come out of Whitmire. So as I was writing this speech, I looked up the top 5 things you should add into a graduation speech. After I exhausted that search, I looked for typical things said at a graduation. Since tradition is such a big part of Whitmire, I decided that I could not overlook the tradition in this speech. The first link that popped up had a headline that read, 5 most cliche things to include into a graduation speech. And they read as followed. Mention the saying, we did it. Well, we did it. Grumble about a teacher you had in a jokingly fashion. I would be here all night. Tell everyone you'll miss them, so everyone, I'll miss y'all. Mention a quote from your high school days. Well, who could forget if you know, you know. And finally, number 5 read, put your own personal touch into it. Now this one had me thinking. I thought about all the laughs and celebrations we had together and all the great things we were able to accomplish as a class. As I thought harder into this, I decided I wanted to share a graduation story from my childhood that may or may not mean anything to you, but I think it's pretty cool. When I was about 11 or so, I attended my first graduation ceremony. It was for my cousin, and it was pretty boring. I remember falling asleep repeatedly because I did not want to be there. I am sure there are some people here today who feel the same way like a little old 11-year-old Justin. Now, I don't remember much from the graduation ceremony due to sleeping, but I distinctly remember a speech that was given by one of the students of the graduating class. I don't remember his name, but I remember him saying that he was inspired to give a speech during his graduation when he was younger. During his speech, he mentioned multiple times that he wanted to inspire someone else to give a speech at their graduation or any other event the same way he was inspired. I could have sworn the speaker was speaking to me the whole time. This little event is something I'll remember forever. Just because of one speaker at a graduation, I was encouraged to speak at my own graduation. That and the fact my mom would always tell me, Justin, if I don't hear you speak at graduation, I won't let you graduate. So thanks, Mom. I hope there is an 11-year-old tonight bored out of his or her mind, wanting to go home, and I hope he or she is being inspired the same way I was inspired all those years ago. My message to you is to be brave, be strong, and be extraordinary. When I was a child, I never thought I would be on stage and standing in front of all these people telling my story. I know for some of you, you are just waiting for me to be done so we can get this show on the road. But I do hope someone is listening. In a few years, he gives his own speech at his own graduation. Everyone has heard of the story Moses. Moses was one of the most powerful leaders. After the passing of Moses, God appointed Joshua to take his place, which are pretty big shoes to fill. God laid down the foundation for Joshua to establish, but God gave Joshua advice that we could apply in our everyday lives. Joshua 1:9 says, "Have I not commanded thee, be strong and of good courage, be not afraid, neither be thou dismayed, for the Lord thy God is with thee whithersoever thou goest." Throughout life, we should go through our experiences without any fear, just like Joshua was strong and he was brave. He went through life without no fear because he knew that God was on his side. If we could go through the rest of our lives living for God and staying strong and brave, we would walk a life without any fear. Yes, life will throw you curveballs, but rely on God to get you through the situation. Be extraordinary. Go through life remarkable. Strive to have a personal story that everyone else would want. With God, you will live the life that everyone wants because in the end, you will be rewarded with the riches. That is my personal story. Now, I encourage all of you to go out and tell your story. Wherever the path may lead you, remember where you came from. Seniors, I want you to all take a moment and let everything sit in. Look around the gym and look at all the people who are here with you tonight. Don't forget this moment because this will be the last time we are all together as one. So today, I will leave you with some words from one of the greatest writers of our time, Maya Angelou. Your hours of applications, the hopes of your parents, and the labor of your instructors have all brought this moment into your hands. Look beyond your tasseled caps, and you will see injustice. At the end of your fingertips, you will find cruelties, irrational hate, bedrock sorrow, and terrifying loneliness. There is your work. Make a difference. Use this degree which you have earned to increase virtue in your world, your people, all people, and hoping that you are the ones to do so. The order is large, the need immense, but you can take heart, for you know that you have already shown the courage. And keep in mind, one person with good purpose can constitute the majority. Since life is our most precious gift, and if we're given it to us once, let us so live that we will not regret. Years of usefulness and inertia, you will be surprised that in time the day of single-minded research and the nights of crippling cramming will be forgotten. You will be surprised that these years of sleepless nights and months of uneasy days will be rolled into the alternating events called the good old days. And you will not be able to visit them days with any invitation. Since that is so, you must face your presence. You are prepared. Go out and transform your world. My final message to you all is thank you. I would like to thank all of those who have helped us to get to this point and who have supported us along the way. To Coach Suber, Coach Haney, our class advisors, Ms. Brock, Ms. Brown, the rest of the faculty and staff at WHS, our friends and family, thank you. From the bottom of my heart, thank you, Whitmire High School, and congratulations to the class of 2018.
On behalf of the School District of Newberry County, the administration, faculty, and staff of Whitmire Community School, and especially the graduating class of 2018, I welcome you to tonight's commencement exercise. At this time, it's my pleasure to introduce our honored guests seated on the stage. Our Superintendent of School District of Newberry County, Mr. Jim C. Suber, Jr. Whitmire Area School Board Member, Mr. Ike Bledsoe, Jr. Whitmire High School Assistant Principal, Mr. Todd Frazier. Whitmire High School Guidance Counselor, Ms. Tony Jenkins. The Director of Newberry County Career Center, Ms. Beverly Leslie. Whitmire Elementary Assistant Principal, Ms. Lauren Sin. I would like to also thank and extend a special recognition to other school board members in attendance tonight. Mr. Jody Ham, Chairman of the School Board. Mr. Clyde Hill. Ms. Lucy Ann Metz. And Ms. Jessie Reeder. I would also like to welcome the following guests from Newberry County School District Office. Mr. Joey Haney, Assistant Superintendent of Operations and Administration. Dr. Lynn Carey, Assistant Superintendent for Curriculum and Instruction. Dr. Timothy Hunter, Chief Student Services Officer. Ms. Pam Arrington, Director of Human Resources. Ms. Susan Dowd, Chief Financial Officer. Ms. Katrina Singletary, Director of Secondary Education. Mr. Russell Hawkins, Director of Facilities Management. Ms. Tina Lightsey, Director of Technology. Dr. Carson Ware, Director of Accountability, Assessment, and Professional Development. Dr. Beth Brooks, Director of Elementary Education. And Mr. Brian Gresham, Procurement Coordinator. I'd also like to thank, for coming tonight, Town Councilman Dwight Lane. And lastly, I would like to thank all retired Whitmire High School and Community School staff members, the present Whitmire Community School faculty and staff, and Newberry County Career Center faculty members in attendance to please stand at this time. I would also like to thank everybody in this gymnasium tonight for your dedication and commitment to the students of Whitmire Community School and staff. Tonight's guest speaker is Dr. Fran Gwen Rogers. She comes from a long lineage of Whitmire natives, and she also is a Whitmire native too. She attended Whitmire High School, where she was valedictorian of her graduating class. Dr. Rogers is married to John Rogers Jr., and they have two sons, Jaden Rogers, 2 years old, and Zane Rogers, 6 years old. The Rogers family attends Relentless Church, formerly Redemption of Greenville, South Carolina, and lives on the outskirts of Simpsonville and Fountain Inn, South Carolina. Dr. Rogers is the middle-level academic specialist for Greenville County Schools in Greenville County, South Carolina, where she supports 20 middle schools with instructional leadership. She holds a doctoral degree in educational leadership and an education specialist degree in administration and supervision, a master's degree in divergent learning, and a bachelor's degree in secondary history and political science. Dr. Rogers is certified in middle level and high school social studies, elementary and secondary administration, and possesses a gifted and talented endorsement. Dr. Rogers began her teaching career at Whitmire Community School, where she taught both middle and high school social studies and was named 2008-2009 Teacher of the Year. Dr. Rogers continued her teaching and instructional coaching career in the School District of Newberry County until 2013, when she transitioned to Greenville County Schools as an instructional coach at Ralph Chandler Middle School. She assumed her current position as the middle-level academic specialist for Greenville County Schools in 2016, where she was a member of the Central's Office Academics Division. If you don't mind, please give a round of applause and help me welcome Dr. Fran Gwen Rogers.
Thank you. Good evening to all friends and family members of the graduating class, the faculty and staff of Whitmire Community School, and the School District of Newberry County, but most importantly, the graduating class of 2018. It is so nice to be home. Yes, I am from Whitmire. I am a Wolverine. Blood runs blue and gold. It is a distinct honor to stand before you tonight at my alma mater to provide the commencement address. I'm even more honored to see so many familiar faces in the crowd. There are faces of so many people, who invested in my future, and for that I'm grateful. There are many, many difference makers in the audience, and I thank you. Graduates tonight, let me get myself together. Graduates tonight, amidst all of the excitement, I want to ask for your undivided attention just for a few minutes, because I know y'all are thinking, I need her to hush so I can get my diploma and get out of here. But I have a few very important points for you to think about. Just a few years ago, I sat exactly where you were sitting, so I know what you're thinking, I know what you're feeling. You have a little bit of excitement, a little bit of anxiousness, a little bit of boldness. You're ready to conquer the world. But this is such an exciting and pivotal time in your life, but I want to ask you, what is it that you will do with your life? A while back, I heard Denzel Washington say, "You will never see a U-Haul behind a hearse," which made me stop and really think, you know, he's right. If I were to tell you that there are no U-Hauls behind hearses, what would that mean to you? I want you to take a moment to really think about this, where you're at a point in your life where you really begin to make your own meaning out of life outside of your parents and immediate family members. So I return to my original question, what will you do with your life? You know, when I was in high school, we used to recite the Wolverine Creed. I'm sure you all know it. But I never really stopped to think deeply about the words. I'd recite it to get pumped up about games, special events. But my true understanding of the words was superficial at best. But I want you to consider it as I read it, what your understanding of it is. A Wolverine is pound for pound the meanest animal in the world. And his fight is always to the death, because he never quits. Do you embody the Wolverine Creed? When you think about your life, does your life embody the Wolverine Creed? Are you willing to fight to the death and never give up on your dreams and aspirations? I urge you to let that never quit mentality get ingrained deeply in your soul, because I'm here to tell you that you will be tested. You know why you'll be tested? Because anything worth having is worth fighting for. Will you give your all in everything that you do every single day? Remember to live your life to the fullest, because as I said earlier, there are no U-Hauls behind hearses. Your future is bright. I know this because who would have thought that a girl from the small town of Whitmire would have been afforded so many amazing opportunities in life. I can't say that I knew what to expect when I was your age, but I do know now that the best is yet to come. I truly had no clue where I would be today. Today, yes, I'm known as Dr. Rogers, but I am a wife, I am a mother, I am a life lover. I am so blessed to wake up every single day and be able to change lives on a daily basis. I wake up and I do what I love each and every day. Life is good, y'all, but it is just a vapor. Life passes so quickly. I know it sounds cheesy when people say this, but it is very true. Even though life flies by, life is so good. Just trust me when I say that. Life is good. I did not say life is easy. You will have trials. However, you are defined in the moments of difficulty and not during the easy times. You never know the level of your faith and endurance until you're tested. In life, there are no handouts. You have to work hard for what you want. You have to grind for it. I want to charge you to do something that's so hard in today's social media times. I charge you to work hard in silence. Everyone doesn't deserve to know your moves or your strategy. Yeah. So work hard in silence, and you allow your success to make the noise and silence any critics. You will fail. I know that sounds harsh, but that's the reality. You will learn a lot if you allow the experiences to teach you. Be humble and learn from your experiences. How will you fail? Will you fail forwards? By this I mean, are you going to use your failure, learn from it, in order to propel yourself forward? Experience is the best teacher as long as you do just that. Learn from it and keep it moving. Remember to live your life to the fullest, because there are no U-Hauls behind hearses? What impact will you allow your critics to have on your life? Because trust me, you're going to have some. In thinking about this, I have a short story I want to tell you. It's entitled "The Frogs in the Pit." A group of frogs were traveling through the woods, and 2 of them fell into a deep pit. All of the other frogs gathered around the pit. When they saw how deep the pit was, they told the 2 frogs that they were as good as dead. The 2 frogs ignored the comments and tried to jump out of the pit with all of their might. The other frogs kept telling them to stop because they were as good as dead. Finally, one of the frogs took heed to what the other frogs was saying. He gave up and he died. The other frog, he continued to jump as hard as he could. Once again, the crowd of frogs, they were yelling at him, "Just stop it, man, and just die." But he jumped even harder, and he finally made it out. When he got out, the other frog said, "Did you not hear us?" The frog explained to him that he was deaf. He thought that they were encouraging him the whole time. So, which frog are you? Will you allow the naysayers to cause you to give up and die in the pit? Or will you choose, because you do have a choice, to be deaf to the naysayers? The deaf frog allowed his naysayers to serve as his motivators. Not everyone will be on your team, and trust me, your squad will evolve over the years. I want you to always imagine that what your naysayers say are simply cheers, just like the perception of the deaf frog. Don't let anyone stop your shine. Anger and frustration are a choice, but so are happiness and peace. Make the right choice. And again, live your life to the fullest, because remember, there are no U-Hauls behind hearses. Whitmire High School graduating class of 2018, you will do great things. If no one believes this for you, you believe it for yourself. Recognize your gifts and take inventory of what you have. Notice I said your gifts because they have been gifted to you, so essentially you have them on loan. They've been deposited and locked within you to share with the world. When you leave this earth, you cannot take these gifts with you. I don't know about you, but when I leave this earth, I want to leave empty. I refuse to sit around complacent and in mediocrity. I was created and destined for greatness, and so are you. I know there are no U-Hauls behind hearses over here, and I live my life accordingly. I ask that you work hard, say that you're sorry, try new things, make investments in others, and ultimately make a difference. I urge you to live every day like it's your last, because it just might be. When you leave Whitmire High School, don't you dare leave feeling less than because you're from Whitmire. Did you know that Neil Armstrong, the first person to walk on the moon, was from a small town? So are Oprah Winfrey, Taylor Swift, LeBron James, and Brad Pitt. I'm sure there are countless others, but my point is this. You are amazing, you are powerful, you will do great things. Being from a small town has nothing to do with this. Every one of you was created to serve a specific purpose. Chase your purpose. Don't allow others to tell you your purpose. Be different. Forge the road less traveled. And thinking about Whitmire, the world better watch out when the country comes to the city. Never apologize for your uniqueness. You were created to be just that. Did you know that you are the average of the 5 people that you hang around the most? I want you to stop and think about the 5 people that you hang around the most. Is your average a reflection of your comfort zone or of your goal zone? Don't settle in life with being comfortable. While I acknowledge that there are some different seasons in life, there are some of comfort, but in order to grow, we have to step outside of the walls of comfort. Get comfortable with being uncomfortable. Make your goals, set tangible, realistic goals, write them down, track your progress. Get to know people who are different from you and who have different perspectives. You should never be the smartest person in the room. You will become stagnant and stop learning if that's the case. If you find that you are the smartest person in the room, you need to change rooms. Continue to challenge yourself, work hard, take time to recharge, and I said it before, but remain humble. Give life all that you have, because remember, there are no U-Hauls behind hearses. In closing, I think that Dr. Seuss's language from "Oh, the places you'll go" is most appropriate. You're off to great places. Today is your day. Your mountain is waiting, so get on your way. Congratulations to the Whitmire High School class of 2018. We celebrate your accomplishments and we honor you today. Remember to be a deaf frog and live your life to the fullest. Go forth and shine bright like a diamond, because remember, there are no U-Hauls behind hearses. Thank you.
At this time, I would like to recognize our superintendent, Mr. Jim C. Suber Jr., and our school board member, Mr. Ike Bledsoe Jr., to help present awards and advanced diplomas. The first award is the Benny D. Bennett Educational Scholarship. The School District of Newberry County has established the Benny D. Bennett Education Scholarships in memory of Mr. Bennett, our late superintendent. Mr. Bennett was a champion for public education and leaves a legacy of dedication to God, his family, and our great district. The scholarships are for students who attend a 4-year college in the field of education and for students who attend a 2-year technical college. Recipients had to submit an application, meet established criteria, and be selected by a committee. The recipients of the Benny D. Bennett Education Scholarship are Benjamin Burleson, and Justin Brannon. At this time, I am honored to present a plaque to the senior with the second highest scholastic average during their high school career. The class of 2018 salutatorian is Mr. Justin Brannon. I'm also honored to present a plaque to the senior with the highest scholastic academic average during their high school career. The class of 2018 valedictorian is Mark Stevenson. An advanced diploma is awarded to students who make the extraordinary effort to take more than the required units for graduation. A student can qualify for the advanced diploma through the college preparatory pathway or through the career technology pathway. In order to receive an advanced diploma, the following course requirements must be met. A minimum of 28 units to include 4 units of math, 4 units of science, 3 units of the same foreign language, or 4 units in an occupational completer program at the Career Center. Our first advanced diploma goes to Ms. Abigail Riley England. Victoria Marie Barber. Justin Lee Brannon. Angela Mackenzie Cody. Lauren Elizabeth Couch. Jasmine Tyronique Currington. Lomas Tyreek Davis. Robert Gabriel Duckett. Kaylee Elizabeth Ellison. Abriana Latrice Epps. Yanaja Liasia Aminam Gallman. Bailey Tate Holloman. Gavin Wayne Jackson. Daniel Aaron McClanahan. Chancellor Keith Minnick. Jacob Aaron Morris. Cameron Dalton Sheffield. Mark Seth Reese Stevenson. The Newberry County Honor Graduate Recognition is designed to honor seniors who have earned at least 26 units, maintain a 90 average for 3.5 years, earn a score of at least 1180 on the SAT or 26 on the ACT, and completed the full college preparatory program. Our 2018 Newberry County Honor Graduates are Abigail Anglin, Carson Gaffney, Cameron Sheffield, and Mark Stevenson. At this time, I'd like to recognize Ms. Beverly Leslie, Director of Newberry County Career Center.
Tonight, I'm very proud to recognize 22 members of the class of 2018 who, in addition to earning their diplomas, have completed career and technology education programs at the Newberry County Career Center. Each of these 22 students has succeeded in a series of related courses that, when put together, have prepared them with a base of skills and knowledge which they will use to prepare for seeking employment or seeking their college degrees. As official recognition and validation of their accomplishments at the Newberry County Career Center, I will present the South Carolina Completer Certificate to each eligible member of the graduating class just after they are awarded their diploma. Congratulations to you all.
Now, would you please join me as we honor accomplishments of this very special group of young people seated before me. With the class of 2018, please rise. In accordance with the laws of the state of South Carolina and compliance with the policies and regulations of the State Board of Education, and upon recommendation of the faculty of Whitmire High School, I hereby certify that on this 30th day of May 2018, the students who stand before me have qualified for a South Carolina high school diploma. Now for the moment you've all been waiting for, the presentation of the diplomas. Before we begin, I would like to make it known that I talked to the members of this graduating class during practice today, and they're a very close group. It is really important to them that the names of all the members of their graduating class are heard. So they have asked to please respect their wishes and hold your applause until the names of the graduates have been called. At this time, I'd like to call up Ms. Jenkins.
Brandon Lee Anderson. Abigail Riley Anglin. Quentin Antonio Autry. Catherine Amelia Baker. Victoria Marie Barber. Justin Lee Brannon. Benjamin Graham Burleson. Angela Mackenzie Cody. Lauren Elizabeth Couch. Jasmine Tyronique Curenton. Lomas Tyreek Davis. Robert Gabriel Duckett. Kaylee Elizabeth Ellison. Brandon Douglas English. Abriana Latrice Epps. Haven Faith Evans. Cameron Michelle Felker. Carson Cruz Gaffney. Yonasia Leasia Amion Gallman. Angelique Tashawn Gillum. Amber Lynn Gillian. Bailey Tate Holloman. Gavin Wayne Jackson. Austin Lee Lanier. Jerry Alexander Little. Brianna Lee Mast. Daniel Aaron McClanahan. Chancel Keith Minnick. Jacob Aaron Morris. Christina Taylor P. Selena Marie Plaza. Taylor Brooke Prather. Cameron Dalton Sheffield. Amara Brianne Shepard. Kristen Larissa Smith. Mark Seth Reese Stevenson. Caitlin Brooke Taylor. Kendricus Raekwon Wicker. Congratulate the class of 2018.
class of 2018 please rise? You may now move your tassel to the left. Oh, it's on there. It'll be good. You may be seated. Congratulations, class. We are officially alumni of Whitmire High School. Fellow seniors, we have grown up together at Whitmire Community School. We've played together, had fun together, and worked together to earn the right to graduate from this fine establishment. Today is most certainly a day to celebrate and be merry. With that said, I am honored to have the opportunity to speak to you, my class, the class of 2018. As we graduate, we are, or should be, making many plans. To achieve desired outcomes, we must plan. If you fail to plan, you plan to fail. So, you need to consider now what you want out of life and plan accordingly. Plans should be based on priorities, which require choices and commitment to see them through. My priorities start with these three: a commitment first to God, then family, then country. Many of you may have the same or similar top priorities. Happiness, success, and financial security usually follow these three closely. Today is the end of one journey and the beginning of another. Suddenly, life-changing choices confront us. We need to consider our priorities as we make these choices. Some of you will choose to go to college, others to the workforce, and still others to the armed forces to protect this blessed land in which we live. Do not squander this chance to plan and thereby succeed. You may ask yourself, what is success? I believe true success is finding contentment, fulfillment, and happiness in what you do. This cannot be measured in dollars or educational degrees, nor can it be measured by merely attaining goals or reaching destinations. I believe we must find fulfillment in the journey to be truly successful. What journey do you desire? Your choices dictate your journey and your success. You will choose whether to serve God or not, to go to college or not, or which college to go to, who to marry or whether to marry, what jobs to apply for, where to live or whether to move with a job. The determining factor of this last decision could be based on the location of your family and friends. Again, we need to consider our top priorities as we make choices and lay plans for our journey. For me, putting God first, top priority, dictates a lot, including my other priorities. Jesus Christ is my God, and the Holy Bible is His Word. His words dictate, all you do, do as unto the Lord. In all your ways acknowledge Him, and He will direct your paths. Commit all your ways to the Lord, and all your plans will succeed. Also, holding my family as a priority entails the biblical command of honoring your father and mother. It is my desire to make my parents proud. I especially love when all my family gets together and I get to spend time with my siblings and their families. It is my desire to hold to the Christian faith of my family and our ancestors. My dad prayed with me before I left for school in the morning almost every single day for 13 years. And not just for me, but for the students and staff of Whitmire Community School. I believe God has honored those prayers by blessing my school and myself. My family instilled in me, along with my church and my school, a love and patriotism towards my country, one nation, under God. I cherish these freedoms we share and respect all armed forces and others who have worked or fought to achieve or to maintain those freedoms. As a loyal and patriotic American, I'm committed to do my part to support our Constitution, which was built on biblical principles, and thereby support my country, to assist in defending my country from all threats, foreign and domestic, and to make my country and my world a better place. In closing, it is my desire to be a good and faithful servant to my God, a son who brings honor to my family, school, town, and country, a man that is worthy of the love and respect shown to me by my family and friends, and the freedoms granted to me as an American. In a few minutes, you will be a graduate of Whitmire Community School and alumni. I admonish you for the last time as a student of Whitmire Community School, consider now the choices you will shortly have to make. Consider your top priorities as you plan, and remember, to achieve desired outcomes, you must plan accordingly. May you succeed, and God bless you all.
Let us pray. Lord, I pray that you bless my fellow classmates and me as we travel through this journey called life. I would also like to ask that you give us a favor throughout our college years and professional careers, that whatever we may choose to do may be pleasing in your sight. Lord, I also pray that we will not lose love for one another, but instead our love grows stronger as time moves forward. Lord, thank you for what we've been through thus far and the choices we made that molded us into young adults we are today. And I ask that our future decisions be positive as, or even more influential than those of yesterday. And all these things I asked in Jesus' name, amen.